Carlos Correa returns to Houston Astros, impact and analysis. In a stunning twist that's shaking up the MLB landscape, Carlos Correa is back in Houston, this time as a key piece in the Astros' 2025 puzzle. But here's where it gets controversial. Did Minnesota's $30 million cash infusion truly justify shipping off Correa, one of the game's most electrifying shortstops? Let's unpack the seismic moves made during the trade deadline and why they're sparking debates across the baseball world. The Houston Astros have pulled off two headline-grabbing trades that will reshape their lineup. First, they reunited with Correa, luring him back to the team where his career began. This time, however, the five-tool star will shift to third base, a strategic pivot that raises eyebrows. Just yesterday, fans assumed Ramon Urias would man the hot corner, but Correa's return has flipped that script. The Twins, meanwhile, received a minor league arm and $30 million in cash to offset Correa's remaining contract, a move that could backfire if the Astros dominate with their revamped infield. In a separate deal, the Astros added Jesus Sanchez from Miami, sending back right-hander Ryan Gusto and two prospects. Sanchez, known for his power-hitting potential, could provide a spark in the middle of Houston's lineup, but critics are already questioning whether Miami's return is enough for a player with Sanchez's upside. What do you think? Was Miami's haul a fair price for a breakout season? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. While the Astros' moves steal the spotlight, other teams are making waves too. The Padres have gone on a spending spree, adding multiple arms and hitters to bolster their playoff push. Over in the American League, Blake Snell's return to LA has fans buzzing, while Evan Carter's recurring back issues cast a shadow over his rookie campaign. Meanwhile, the White Sox, Angels, and Guardians are juggling lineups with unexpected shifts that could redefine their rosters. And this is the part most people miss. The financial chess match between teams isn't just about players anymore. Cash considerations, like Minnesota's $30 million, are becoming trade currency in their own right. This trend could redefine how teams value prospects and veterans alike. Is this the future of MLB trades? We'd love to hear your take. As the dust settles on this year's deadline frenzy, one thing is clear. The Astros have positioned themselves as a juggernaut for 2025. But with Correa at third base and Sanchez in the mix, can they maintain their edge? Or will the gamble on cash-heavy deals come back to haunt them? Stay tuned for more analysis, and don't forget to subscribe to BaseballHQ.com to catch every twist, every trade, and every play that matters. https://www.baseballhq.com pricing. Carlos Correa's move to third base with Twins early 2023 revealed. In a surprising turn of events, Carlos Correa expressed his desire to transition to third base while playing for the Minnesota Twins as early as 2023. This shift in position was something the Twins might have considered, especially if Correa had continued with the team beyond that season. On August 3, 2025, during his first game back with the Houston Astros, Correa made his debut at third base after an impressive 1,193 games as a shortstop. This change was not made lightly. Correa had been contemplating this move for several years. Before rejoining the Twins, he had even agreed to play third base for the New York Mets, but a significant 12-year, $315 million contract fell through due to medical concerns regarding his ankle. Manager Rocco Baldelli confirmed that Correa had approached him on at least two occasions about the possibility of switching to third base during his tenure with the Twins, particularly after the 2023 and 2024 seasons. Baldelli noted, he brought up the question of playing third base after seasons ended so he could prepare if it were to happen going forward. As we know, finding good shortstops is a very difficult thing to do. It was something that we thought about and considered, but we didn't necessarily have the ability to do with the way our infield fit together. However, discussions about moving Correa to third base were brief. Royce Lewis, who initially came up through the minor leagues as a shortstop, found himself blocked at the major league level by Correa. After undergoing 2 surgeries to repair a ligament in his knee, Lewis transitioned to third base during the 2023 season. The Twin had also considered moving Lewis to second base last winter, but this was unrelated to any potential position change for Correa. Meanwhile, Brooks Lee made his debut last year, but was not guaranteed a spot on the big league roster as spring training approached. Baldelli remarked, "For Correa's time with us, he played a very good shortstop. To move a guy off shortstop who is playing a really good shortstop for you, we weren't going to do that." While the Twins might have thought about shifting Correa after the 2025 season due to a noticeable decline in his defensive range, they ultimately decided against changing his position so soon into his 6-year, $200 million contract. As the season progresses, Lee is set to take over as the primary shortstop for the remainder of the year. Lee expressed his feelings about the transition, stating, "It's definitely a different clubhouse without him, but I'm excited. It's the position I'm probably the most comfortable at, so I'll do my best and we'll see what happens." In another development, Alan Rodin, who was acquired from Toronto in the Louis Varland-Ty France trade, was the only addition made by the Twins during the trade deadline to be sent directly to the big leagues. The left-handed hitter made an immediate impact, batting at the top of the lineup in his first 2 games with the team. Baldelli praised Rodin, saying, "You have a guy that can play all 3 outfield positions, that you think can really hit from the left side, and controls the strike zone a good bit. I think that's a good place to start when you're looking at a young player." Rodin had previously played 43 games for the Blue Jays, but was at Class AAA when he was traded. The Middleton, Wisconsin native acknowledged that a trade was on his mind. "I'm grateful for the opportunity," Rodin said, who is listed at 5'11" and 215 pounds. "I'm doing everything I can do to back them up on that foresight." In other news, Jose Urena, a seasoned right-handed pitcher added to the roster after the trade deadline, is slated to start for the Twins in the series finale against Cleveland. Initially, Simeon Woods Richardson was scheduled to pitch, but Baldelli did not disclose the reason for the change, indicating it does not appear to be injury-related. Cody Clemens and Mickey Gasper are expected to take on the primary first base roles following the trade deadline, while Edouard Julien may also find himself in that position under certain configurations, although he will primarily remain at second base. Luke Keeshaw's rehab assignment with the Saints is nearing its conclusion, as it must end by Wednesday. Position players are allowed a maximum of 20 days on a rehab assignment, and he is likely close to returning to the Twins roster. Keeshaw is not anticipated to play any outfield this season as he recovers from a forearm fracture, so he will be utilized as a second baseman and designated hitter. In a recent game, Keeshaw went 2 for 3 with a triple, while Aaron Sabato hit 2 home runs and drove in 4 runs, leading the Saints to a 10-4 victory over Toledo. Newly acquired James Outman, however, struggled, going 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts. Lastly, Twins first-round draft pick Merrick Houston, a shortstop from Wake Forest, made his professional debut on Friday at Class A Fort Myers. He recorded 1 hit, an RBI single, along with 2 strikeouts in 4 at-bats, and managed to score a run.